episode number 12 of the Father, Son, and Title Show podcast. I'm the father.
And I'm the son. He never lets me say it, so I always say it.
And this is the Father, Son, and Title Show podcast. We're a show created for anyone and everyone in the real estate industry. All we want to do, and the whole purpose of the show, is to highlight those that come on. Our guests, highlight you, get to know you, your personality. So we're excited. We got a couple agents with us today from 16100 Realty. Shout out to Rachel Fierro. We had her on the show about 3 or 4 weeks ago.
She was at our party yesterday dancing.
Oh, wow. Salsa. There we go. There we go. We're still going to have that dance class with Rachel coming in and showing us how to do it. So welcome, everyone. And again, we're excited to have our guest today with us. And so we're going to jump right into it and get right into the questions. They look a little nervous, but that's all right. We're gonna be okay. So we'll start with Christina. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. I'm so privileged. And so yes, I am with 16100 Realty, and I've been with them since the time that I got my license. And so I'm just excited to be here. I told you that I think in my previous life I was like a DJ.
Yes, you did.
So,
yes.
Like my first real life opportunity.
Here we go. You might change careers, after this. You never know.
What?
So, or at least start another one, maybe a side business,
yeah.
DJ.
I mean, if KNON is listening, I'm available. Stefano Radio.
There we go. All right. Yeah. We'll make sure we cut that one up. Promotion. Yes, exactly. Tag a minute. All right, Christina. So, we know you're an agent, all right? But we'll talk about that a little bit later in the show. So, right now we'd like to hear just who you are, what you do in life, just married, kids, all that good stuff, what's going on with you personally. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so I grew up in a small town, Idalou. It's like 10 miles from Lubbock. And so I was born and raised in Lubbock area. So I'm from West Texas.
All right.
And my senior year fell head over heels with my husband. So then when I decided to move to the DFW area, he decided to come help me move. So then I didn't let him go back. So that's...
I think he tricked you. I think he, that...
No, I really tricked him.
Oh, you tricked him?
Yeah. And so we have 3 kiddos, a 27 boy, married with 2 kiddos. So I'm a grandma. And then I have a daughter who is 21 who just graduated. Yesterday she got her license for esthetician. So any people out there want younger, call me. And then also my son, who's a sophomore, who is at UTA. No, actually he's going to be a junior. He's at UTA, and he is going for kinesiology, and he is also going for biomedical engineer. And he's also the treasurer of the Hispanic Association. So I know he would have been like, why didn't you say that about me?
Nice. All right,
so, yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, and so I live in Mansfield. And so I kind of, when we first moved there, it was pretty small. Now it's like...
It's growing.
Yes, growing, lots of traffic.
Yes.
So I enjoy being there. And what else can I tell you? Just recently, I did my first... I think it was a 70 climb up in Bank of America Tower.
Uh-huh.
And it was, I think it was 1,400 steps. And so I was glad that I finished. Don't ask me what I ranked, because I think I was the bottom.
We won't ask you what you ranked. We'll ask you how long did it take you to do that.
It took me an hour to do it.
Well, that seems short. Yeah.
There was people that were running, and it just felt funny because I was like, every level, I would just kind of stand and be like, and they'd be like, you've got it. They were just trying to encourage me to keep going.
So 70 flights of stairs?
Yes, and it was at the Bank of America Tower. It was for the Leukemia Lymphoma Society.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and so one of my brothers back in the 80s passed away from leukemia, but we are a big family. We are 11 of us.
Wow.
So just me and my little brother are here in the DFW area, and 9 of the rest of us are in Lubbock. So.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Wow.
So big, huge family. Yeah.
Wow. So that's so. I mean, man, I can't even think about those steps. Like I do. I have my house. I go upstairs and I'm tired getting up on the step. We only have one level, and then like 3 steps, going this way. I can't imagine doing 70 flights of stairs. I don't care how good a shape you're in.
Well, I'm not in shape, so but that's something that I've been wanting to do for the last couple of years. And during the COVID, they didn't have it, and so as soon as it came back, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. And like a couple of months before, I was like, I'm not ready. I don't want to do it. And I was like, you know what? No, I need to do it. So I just got in there. My older son went with me. Of course, he finished in 20 minutes. The winner was like 7 minutes. They did all 70 stairs.
Wow.
So
That's crazy.
So I looked at my age and range, and I'm like, okay, I need to be in this like maybe 30 minutes or so. So.
But you weren't the last one. Were you in last place?
No, I think there was 2 more after me. I think 2 more, and the guy picking up the cone.
The guy
Waiting? He was just waiting?
Like, oh
the
my
janitor
God.
like, I need to close now.
Yeah, mopping up the sweat and stuff. So yeah, but it was fun. It was a fun event. They had they gave us afterwards burger and beer, and so that's one of my things. My favorite thing is burgers. I love going out looking for the best burger.
Here for that. You and I need to do that together.
Yes. The last place that I went to and I think it's because I'm looking for something like out in West Texas. We had a lot of drive-ins. I don't know if you know what those are. And so we had a lot of drive-ins, and so it's like Tommy's Burgers and Mike's Burgers or whatever.
Sounds like some good burgers already.
Yeah, and it was just good juicy burgers, and they were like $6 or $7, not like 18 for a fancy schmancy burger that I've seen.
Yes.
I just need a good old-fashioned burger.
Well, going off of what you said about the juice, you said Tommy's Burgers and you said Mike's Juicy Burgers. Well, when I was I was younger, I don't know if you remember, but I'm not a cook, but every now and then I would cook. Tell my wife, okay, I'm gonna make dinner. It was burgers, it's like the only thing I knew how to do. Pre-made patties, and just barbecue them. And so I would always say, when they were ready, I would say, Mark's Juicy Burgers, come and get it. And I have 6 kids, so he's my oldest. But I'd feed them all and do that. But I will say this: so we're from California originally, so I do know what drive-ins are and the little mom and pop,
yes.
Jolly Cones or I don't know whatever other ones that were there.
Foster's.
Yeah, Foster Freeze, things like that.
Street Burger. Car wash burger.
Yeah, you see, we do like burgers. So in Bakersfield where we live, were the spots. But I almost years ago opened a little burger stand. There was a small little existing restaurant, and they were closing down. I thought, man, I'd like to do that. I don't know nothing about cooking though, but it's not that hard, right? And burgers. But my plan was to open up just burgers and fries, like in and out, like nothing else. And then I was gonna name all the burgers like after my kids, they would have had their names and they would have been special burgers, on there. But I was close.
Oh,
but
you should have done that. I didn't know
That's
that.
very clever.
Yeah. So maybe, who knows? Maybe I'll get back there. But where's the best burger in town that you have?
You know what?
I'm
There
starving.
is a Tommy's Burger up on. Oh, you know what? I don't know my street. Is it like? I guess it's like University or something like that.
Tommy's Burger.
I don't know. That's where I live.
Yeah. Is it Tommy's or Charlie's?
No, Tommy's.
Tommy's.
Yes.
Okay, I didn't
And
know about
it's pretty good. I like it. The meats are big, and I don't need cheese and bacon. Like I just try like the real burger.
Just
like
the burger,
I don't need all
yes.
that stuff.
I need at least cheese.
No,
That's
and
it, though.
I
I
don't need
do
cheese.
extra mustard. So,
Mm,
and the
Okay.
best mustard is Whataburger mustard.
really?
Yeah.
I don't like Whataburger.
Yeah, I like Whataburger.
Really?
Yes.
Oh
no.
my gosh.
No,
What's
In
wrong
and
with
Out, it's all right, but Whataburger, no, I can't do. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Tommy's, okay. I'm gonna now. Do they have like
you? Or
seasoned
Camp
fries?
Bowie. I think it's Camp Bowie.
Camp Bowie.
Camp Bowie.
Yeah.
My house still.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to look that
they
up.
have tater tots, which a lot of people
Oh.
don't have tater tots, and I like
Ah.
my burger with tater tots.
Okay, so it's not what I was thinking. It's not a place I was thinking. So okay, I'm gonna
And they
check
have
that
like
out.
3 locations, like right around that same area, and they close early, so you have to get in there. And they have other stuff, but I'm not there for the other stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Just the burger.
Just the burger, and it's funny because like for Mother's Day or my birthday or anniversary, my husband's like, what do you want? And I'm not like, let's go to Saltgrass or something like fancier. It's like, let's go to Burger Box. Let's go. You know, just burger. That's like.
Well, your husband's lucky, you know, because he gets off not having to pay a lot of money. Just a quick burger, that's good.
Yeah,
that's really good.
It's interesting because he doesn't eat red meat, so he always has to stay with chicken. So it's always chicken strips, chicken fried steak, chicken.
Wow.
Chicken. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. What else can I say about me?
How long have you been married?
Oh, well, you know, I told you we were boyfriend, girlfriend our senior year. That was 1991. And so then we just lived together. And then in 2000, we got married.
Shame on you.
Yes, but I still feel like the need to count those years because those were like the worst.
You were the worst? And you feel you need to count them?
I feel like they should be counted.
You don't let him forget. Huh?
No.
Worst years of my life. I gave you my 20s.
Wait, how many years was that? How many years were the worst years?
The worst years were 91 to 2000.
10 years almost?
Almost 20 years. Almost 10 years. So I think we're going to be 30. I don't remember our anniversary, though. And so that's something that every year I have to go look up. And I think it's January 22nd or 23rd. It's like the 20th. It's like the 20th. But I really don't. I don't know. I just, we've been together. So, like, it will be in March, and I'll be like, we forgot to celebrate. Let's go eat burgers.
Every month. It's our anniversary, Burger Box.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Well, okay. That's good. I've got 30 years in myself. I graduated the same year, so we're like the same age. So
okay.
My wife and I, same thing in high school. And then we graduated. Graduated 91. We were married early 92. And so 30 years.
What were your worst years?
We're not going to get into that. I'm not like Christina.
I'll tell you.
Yeah, exactly, right?
He's like, the worst years was when I was about 5 years old.
No, we won't get into that, yes.
It's not about us. It's a podcast about you guys.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
All
funny.
right, so what do you do locally? Anything? Are you involved in any community things, church?
Yeah, we do. I do go to church. It's the Rock Church in Mansfield. It's a different type of church. We used to be in Mansfield in a strip mall, and then once Corona, COVID hit, we decided to do like home church. And so ever since we've been doing home church, we've just stuck with that. Of course, a lot of the members kind of like, this isn't our thing. We want to be in like a building.
Yeah.
But I've had the most growth there because I feel like it's not just the pastor teaching. It's like we're all engaging in the conversation. Like we all have something to add. Like we have our own experiences with God that not everybody else can do, but can share and be like, it almost increases your faith.
Sure.
So like to see that God doesn't just listen to the pastor. Like I have my own intimate relationship with him, and he hears me, he answers prayers and things like that. So as we read the Bible together, like we're in Samuel, and so as we read on Sunday, we come with questions or things that God revealed to us while we were reading the scriptures. Sure. So I've enjoyed that.
Awesome. It does create a more intimate setting, right?
And I think people didn't like the transparency because you are like doing life with them. And so you don't show up. You can't be like, oh, you're like, yeah, I'm here, but I didn't read and I didn't spend time with God. And it's not about that. It's just about like, hey, let's do it together, you know, because it's tough thinking that you're living life on your own and you don't have any problems when the next person beside you is going through the exact same thing or worse, and you can come up with them and encourage them. And I felt like in the bigger church, unless you're like in a smaller church, you're really not getting that. Because that's what I did, you know, just go sit in the back seat and hear, and then like, let's hope nobody notices who I am and walk out.
Yeah, it's hard to, well, accountability when you're a small group
Yeah.
like that, like somebody, oh, you weren't here last week, and they'll call you or they'll text you or something like that. So in a big church, like I go to a huge church, nobody knows, like you said, if you don't show up, or I'm not
Yeah.
gonna say no one cares. I think people care, but it's just so big,
Yeah.
and that's kind of, I think I go to Gateway myself.
Yeah,
It's
I've been
giant-
wanting to visit
giant,
there.
Yeah, it's a really good church.
Yeah.
But, like I'll never get to meet the pastor, Pastor Robert Morris. Great pastor.
Yes, love
great
him.
guy, but, never actually
You did meet him. Subway.
we did, no, I didn't meet him there. No,
Oh, you didn't
when
meet
we
him there?
first went, remember we almost ran into him when we went out to the bathroom. I think me and you went. We were coming back and
Oh,
he came
yeah.
out of a door. Whoa,
Yeah.
And we almost like ran into him. That was as close as I ever got to him. So,
Yeah.
but I'll never get to go to lunch with him and have that
Yeah.
one-on-one conversation with him.
Right.
I'm sure he's a great guy. but-
I actually met him not when he was so huge. He went to our church. It was called Journey Fellowship Church, because when I first became a Christian and I felt like God was calling me to himself, I went to Oak Cliff Bible Fellowship. Dr. Tony Evans,
Yeah.
amazing teacher,
Good guy,
preacher,
yes.
ever. And so that was still like kind of a bit of a drive from Mansfield to Oak Cliff, I guess.
Yeah.
And so I switched to a smaller church, and it was Journey Fellowship Church. And it was, that's where I met Pastor Robert Morris.
Oh, okay.
And so I still watch him every Sunday morning.
He's good.
Yeah.
He's really good. Very practical.
Yeah.
Very practical, down to earth, especially for such a big, giant church.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
stayed, right in that realm to relate
Yeah.
to people. So,
Yeah.
do enjoy it.
And so I did before work at I worked like at corporate America at a finance company. I was reinstatements, like I called the people after their vehicles were picked up, like repossessed.
Oh.
So yeah, I got called all kinds of names.
It's your fault.
Yeah, and so I would be like, hey, do you want your car back? And they're like, I want my stuff back. And I was like, okay, we can do that. And then from there, I went and worked for the school district. And I worked at an alternative school, like a behavior school, where they like suspend the kids and they transfer them to
Send
that
all the
school.
bad kids there.
Yes, loved it. Fell in love. Like those kids, I don't know what the other people were talking about. Like they were bad and horrible. They were like so loving. I think it was the structure that they enjoyed. And I love it. So now I'm looking for a place where I can volunteer, like somewhere like that, like at a behavior school, at a volunteer. It doesn't even have to be a school. It can be just like an outreach or something. Just because,
back.
yeah, my heart is for the high school kids that are struggling, So if anybody's out there,
That's cool.
I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he was the youth pastor for the last couple years, so
Oh, you were?
he's very
Yeah.
in tune. With,
Yeah. I did that for a while.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Out in California though.
Yeah,
We did a couple years. No, I did a couple years here in Keller, and then I got hired at a church in California, and so we were out there for a couple years, and we got back last year, and yeah, it's been good. Down in
Oh.
title, very different.
Okay.
Yes, yes. But yeah, I didn't ever work with youth at the church, but I did work, like I said.
you like that age group? If you
Yeah,
can help them.
yeah. I worked with middle school, and that was like, I don't like that. But
No
then-
thanks.
different. It's
No
different.
thanks.
yeah, but the seniors, it's like they're still they're like trying to be like having these adult conversations.
Yeah.
But they're still young, and so I think I see past like their big bodies and see like their hearts, and they're like, man, you're just struggling, and nobody has really taken the time to talk to them or whatever. So I'm just like, I'll adopt you. I wanted to adopt all the kids and bring them home, but the principal was like, you cannot do that.
Very, very true. Well, awesome. I like everything that you're doing, involved in, and
Yeah.
got going on. So, for the sake of time, it's flying by. Stacy,
Yes.
tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. Well, I will say this: the three of us have something in common. I'm from Sacramento, California.
Another
yes.
Californian.
Yes.
All
Love
right.
it.
All right.
Now, with that being said, I've been here in Texas a very long time, since 1979.
Oh,
But
wow.
my roots are still. My home is California.
California, yes.
Yes.
All right.
Moving forward.
So you know Bakersfield?
Yes.
Or heard of Bakersfield?
Yes,
at
I
least.
have heard of Bakersfield.
Okay.
Absolutely. Actually, I had some friends that lived there, but then they eventually moved to Atlanta. So yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Everybody leaves Bakersfield.
Yeah. There's
At least
nothing
try.
there.
And every time I hear Bakersfield, is it Field or
Yeah,
Ville?
Field.
Field.
I think of George Lopez and lowrider cars. I don't know why.
Really?
He's been there.
No, that's
time.
accurate.
That
Yeah.
never came to my mind.
Yes, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Stacy.
No, it's okay. It's okay. So I came here and I did go to high school here in Texas. So after I finished that, I worked at, my first job was when I was 14. I started working and never looked back after that. So I started working pretty young at 14 and was at a burger shack.
There you go.
Maybe a 1/4 size of this room. It was a little bitty place,
Wow.
but I was making a
Those
paycheck.
are the best ones. Right
Yes, yes. So anyway, moving forward, I decided to go to college, and I went to TCC as to go to school to be a paralegal. And then after finished that, eventually I got married, and then I decided to go back to school. And in the midst of going back to school, I ended up having my son. He's in college now, and I'll get to that in a minute. And then I went to UTA, and I went to journalism. And then after that, I decided to become an educator. And I specialized in working with autism students. And I primarily worked with the elementary students. And of course, with that being said, I had a lot of behavior issues. So that's something that you and I have in common. I worked a lot with students like that. And then I decided to go back to school and went to graduate school in special education because that's the field that I was working in. Okay. But as far as my license, I got my license back in 2008, and that's when the crash happened.
Yes.
So I just kind of hung my license, continued to educate myself with my CE courses, or training, I should say. And then I decided to come back into the field and start working at Rachel's brokerage. And so I got married, back to my relationship. I got married about 15 years ago. My husband is from Mexico, and he's from Guanajuato.
Oh, wow.
And his family lives in a small town called Comonfort, which is 20 minutes from San Miguel. So we get to go there quite often and visit there. It's my favorite place in the world to go to. As far as one of the favorite things I love to eat, and I've said this time and time again, is Mediterranean food. I love it.
Yes, he's on a kick
Love
right
it.
now.
Love it, love it, love it. Can't say enough about it.
Yes.
And of course, my best Mexican food, of course, is in Mexico. It's not the same here, but you know,
Yes.
that's what's available to us. But if I had to pick and choose, it would be, of course, Mexican, because you get the mom and pop food, and they put the heart and soul into it. So I just love it. Yes, yes, absolutely.
When we first moved here, somebody took me from church. They're like, "Hey, let's go grab Mexican food." I think he was a little racist because I'm Mexican. But then,
You like Mexican,
yeah,
right?
you like Mexican. You're brown. And he took me to On the Border. And I'm like, this is not Mexican food. I don't know what this is, but it tastes like it came out of a can, everything. So yeah, that real Mexican food is very different.
It did come out of a
yeah.
No, I know.
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so my son, he is in college. He goes to dental school. And so he's been there about 4 years, and now he's now doing his specialty, which he's going to school to be an orthodontist.
Oh, wow.
So, but yeah, I'm really proud of him that he stuck out there, you know, with trial and error. It happens when you're in college, but I just, you know, I had to tell him he has to stick it out because everybody goes through it.
Yeah.
So, and what else? I want to say I was a paralegal for about 15 years. And I was in real estate, which was quite interesting because now, even though I'm a realtor, I was actually already emerged into real estate when I became a paralegal for the city of Arlington. So I worked for them for quite a while.
Nice.
So,
Nice. Interesting.
yes.
So, Mediterranean, what's the spot here? What's your favorite spot for the Mediterranean food?
You know, if I could remember the name of this place, I know the place, but I just can't think of the name off the top of my head. And it is on my Instagram page.
It is, okay.
Yes, I did a full-fledged video of all the food that they have on that menu. And take a look at it, because we are friends on Instagram.
Okay.
So take a look at it. But I can't remember the name of it, but I highly recommend that place. The food is so good and tasty.
Is it in Arlington?
Actually, there's one on Camp Bowie, and the other
Okay.
one they just opened about 5 months ago. I didn't realize it was the same place until I got there, and when I saw the guy at the cash register, I was like, we know each other. I know I've seen you before. I was like, do you have another restaurant in Camp Bowie? And he said, oh, yeah, that was me. So
okay.
with that being said, they just opened, and they're already ramping up their business over there. It was just like, wasn't
All right.
slow at all. We got there early before the crowd, but as soon as we got there, maybe 15, 20 minutes, there was a ton of people already showing up to eat their food. And it's a huge buffet, one price.
I've never
Oh,
had
a
that.
buffet.
Yes.
Buffet.
Buffet.
That's interesting. Okay.
So
I think you're
go-
taking me to lunch after.
Yes. Go starving because there's a lot of choices to choose
Wow.
from.
Okay. I went to one the other day with the realtor, Dan Garza. Shout out to Dan. I can't remember the name of it either, but it was like kind of like a little hole in the wall type. Looks like it was an old like Sonic or something converted, and they actually were featured on that show, like with that Guy Fieri or Fieri,
Oh,
that blonde,
yeah,
like
yeah.
the blonde hair. They have
Yes.
pictures of him in there, and that he was there and did a show there, and it was all Mediterranean. It was pretty good food.
Yes.
Yes.
I
liked
think he
it.
has a drive-in show or something like that. That guy
He
you're
does,
talking about.
yeah,
Dive-in,
yeah.
drive.
Yeah, diners, drives, and I don't know, something
Yeah.
else. but I think that's what it was.
For
and
the
so-
record, all of you guys got that name wrong. I don't know it either, but I wasn't wrong.
drives, diners, and something
Diner,
else.
dives and diners and drives-in, drive-ins.
That sounds right.
Something like that. So. Awesome. All right. So anything you're involved in locally, community, church, things that you do?
Well, and I know you interviewed Leticia
Yes.
with Rachel,
Yes.
and I just recently did some volunteer work. We painted a family's house.
Okay.
So we had a few people that were part of Ariba, because I'm part of the Ariba Association as well as NARRAP. And I'm
right.
super excited because I love being with them, even though I'm still kind of new and working my way around and getting to know everybody. But I just have been having a blast, just being in their circle and in their environment. And it's just so positive.
Yes. Yeah.
So, but
Great group.
yeah, so I'm looking forward to any other upcoming events that we have coming up. And we do have a golf event coming up.
When?
So I am one of the members on the board to kind of
For Reba?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I think it's a Reba.
I've heard
Don't quote me
Reba
on
and
that,
I've
but
heard
I believe,
her Reba.
I believe it is. I believe
Yeah.
it is. It's either one or the other, NARREP or
Oh,
the other one.
oh,
So,
okay,
because
okay.
I'm on both.
Okay.
Because I'm new to it, so
Okay.
I do apologize for
That's
that.
all
But
right.
it's
I
one
want
or
to
the
know.
other.
I want to golf.
I want to too.
But
so
yes, so we're just kind of. I decided to. I want to say it is Ariba. Yeah, I think it is.
Okay.
I think it is. But anyhow, we're supposed to be following up sometime at the end of this month, and then we're going to just kind of coordinate everything, wrap it up, and see who's going to be where and all
Okay.
that.
When is
So
that supposed to be? And is that like in
I
October or
want to
something?
say. I would have to check with Elise. I know I wrote it on my notes,
Okay, no
but that was
problem.
a question I wasn't expecting you to ask. But
You failed. You
I
failed.
failed the test.
Not prepared.
That's all right. That's all right.
But it is coming up soon, so
Okay.
I'm really looking forward to that because that's
Get
just
us the info because we
Yes.
want in on that. So
yes,
for sure.
yes. So I'm really looking forward to that, and I'm so glad I'm part of that, and just really immersing myself and being part of that association. So,
Awesome.
and the educational part is just hands down. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It really is.
It is good.
Yes,
Yeah, we're
yes.
members as well. So, we'll be,
Okay.
matter of fact, we're doing Tech Secure Title is doing the CE class this month, right before the
Oh, okay.
luncheon. So, yeah,
What's
if you
the
guys can-
subject?
I wasn't prepared for you to ask.
Keep talking. Keep talking.
All right. Yes. So,
Filibuster.
anyways,
I know.
yeah, we're actually a corporate sponsor. Tech Secure
Okay.
Title is for Reba. And so we're getting in. This is the first time we'll be doing one of the C classes because I know they do them every month, right?
Warning
Okay.
signs in the closing process.
Warning signs in the closing
that's a
process.
good one.
Oh,
Yes.
that will be a good one.
It will be, and it's done by the owner of our company, so Gretchen Wright. Gretchen.
Shout out.
Okay.
And
We know you watch this.
She's very intelligent, very good communicator. So yeah, if you guys can make it,
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
definitely
we'll send you the
sign
info.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's your rep, so I don't know why he hasn't sent you the info yet, but he needs to get on
Okay.
that.
I just met her. I met you today.
Yes.
But we are Instagram friends. You
Yeah.
messaged me, and I messaged you back today.
You did?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And I was at your office yesterday.
Were you partying with us?
Yes, I was
I
partying
didn't
with you
even
guys
see you
yesterday.
there. Which
Yes,
office? The Fort
I
Worth
was probably
office?
the only one wearing the black hat.
Oh man,
That
I'm
was
sorry.
me.
I'm sorry. I remember you.
I remember.
I'm so glad that you went.
Oh, in that case, I was there too.
Yeah. I remember too. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yes. Yes.
Send us deals and we'll keep throwing parties.
Yes.
Throwing parties. All right.
And let me say this, since we're talking about your event yesterday, which I loved, by the way, because dancing is my bread and butter. She knows this. I'm a huge salsa, bachata.
Really? Oh wow.
Todos. Can I say that one Spanish
You
word? Okay.
can, yes,
I love it
yes.
all. And I can't get enough of it. So I'm an avid dancer, and I'm also a yoga enthusiast. I love yoga.
That's awesome.
So that's like my go-to first thing in the morning to get all that out of the way before I start my day. So,
Okay.
you know, so I
Awesome.
just kind of wanted to put
That's
that
good
out
to
there.
know. You
Yes.
you go dancing with Rachel?
I certainly do. I dance with Kane and Melanie.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I'm
they
in
were
that
all
circle.
getting down yesterday.
And I've known Kane for about, I want to say, we were kind of actually reflecting on that yesterday at your title office, and it's been about 20 years, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, I've known
Okay.
Kane
Long
for a
time.
long time. Melanie and Kane for
Do
a very
they-
long time.
Do they ever stay home for more than like a week at a time?
You have to ask them that
Because
question.
they leave. They're on the road all the
Yes,
time.
they
doing
love
all kinds of
travel.
cruises
Traveling?
and traveling.
Oh, man.
And
Yes.
That's nice, right? Nothing wrong with that.
it's
Yes.
just them too. They don't have
Yeah.
kids? I don't know enough about them.
No,
So
they
it's just them
don't.
too.
They
They're
don't.
enjoying their money and,
Oh,
So,
man.
and they're traveling.
yes.
Sounds good to
I,
me.
I love
Yeah,
it.
right?
I absolutely love it. We keep saying that me and my husband, the four of us, are going to travel at some point because we're both, me and my husband are travelers as well.
Okay.
And I've seen places of Mexico that I couldn't even tell you. I have a list, but it's an invisible list because my husband knows these places, and I couldn't even tell you which one they were. I just know they're beautiful places.
Yeah.
And this last year, we did go to an cenotes, and that was the first time I ever heard of it. I didn't know what it was until he told me about it, and I couldn't get enough of that, jumping into those water holes. I love it. I love
Wow.
that adventure
Seems
thing.
dangerous.
Yes.
Seems
Yes.
dangerous.
But they're fun. They make it safe for you. They make it safe. So,
All right.
But yeah, those are a lot of fun to do. A lot
Awesome.
of fun.
Awesome. Good. All right.
I'm going to go look at all the pictures now. 'Cause I don't ever see you there. I feel terrible. I'm so sorry.
I have a ton of them on my Facebook page.
All right, we'll
so.
go look.
All right. Christian's got he's got a question. I have a question. Christian, go ahead.
All right, so because of time, we got to go quick. Christina, when you get mad, really mad, and you can say whatever you want, but you're a Christian, so I'm expecting it to be clean. When you get mad, what is
Better
your
be clean.
What is your God's watching? What is your go-to word or phrase? Somebody makes you really, really, really mad.
Let's put it this
When
way. Your
they make-
husband makes you really, really mad.
You start remembering those bad 10 years.
You know what? When someone makes me really, really, really mad, I don't say much and I hold it in, and then it comes out in like tears.
You're a crier.
I'm a crier.
Ah.
I'm a crier. And if someone cries and I see them, I'm not the person that's going to be like holding their hand and like rubbing their shoulder, but I will cry from afar with them. So
Sympathetic crier.
yes. But I'm not a very like, oh, it's okay,
Yeah.
kind of doing that. But I really don't say much because I'm so afraid that I'm going to say something that I'm going to regret, and then I have to apologize, and I don't really like apologizing, so I just kind of, but I will do it. But when I'm wrong, I will. The first thing is like, oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
But I don't say it. I try to watch what I say, and if I say something, I make sure that if somebody hears it and they like, you said that, then I can own up to and say, you know what, I did say it. Like, sorry. But I'm a crier.
Okay. Tears.
All right,
Tears.
Okay.
Tears. My go-to is tears.
Go-to anger and tears. All right, and you?
Okay, so when I am really mad, I call it my sister moon.
Okay.
That means kind of like what she was saying, when you're really mad, it's like, okay, I have to step back for a minute and just get myself together. But when I'm upset and I do my sister moon, I literally say the word sister moon because I reflect on why I don't want to say what I want to say because I'm mad. So I just figured that has always worked for me to keep my peace. But when I am upset about something, I'm very I get really quiet because I don't want to say something so horrible that it's going to come out and then I'm going to regret what I said. So I'd rather just kind of sit back, get my reserve back, and just be quiet for a minute. Or go do something around the house or whatever as a deterrence or a distraction or something to kind of get my mind off of what it is. And then after I calm down, I can go back and revisit what it was I was upset about. So that way I will be more reserved in my words that I express or say. So
You are better people than me.
Yeah.
I say lots of things I regret. I say sorry a lot.
So we have crying and we have silence from you two.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
My wife is both.
Yeah.
And so, but one time she yelled at me and I didn't know how to, cause like I'll like yell or I'll get mad at the dogs or my kids or whatever. And I made her mad and she yelled at me and I didn't know how to respond. I went quiet. I was just like, you're yelling at me? Like usually shut down or cry, go to the room, and yeah, she yelled at me and I don't like that. So I prefer you guys to start yelling. Or if you guys get mad at me for any reason ever, hopefully not, but yell at me or something.
I always remember one of my students came in and he was upset and I was like, just worried. I didn't want him to go to the next level. And I was like, so are you okay? And he turns around and he says, Ms. Vargas, gangsters walk in silence. And I'm like, oh, those are some good words. So, so every time I go cry, I'm like, I'm gangster in silence.
Can we have some Crip Walk music with that? So.
That's something I do want to learn. Like, she's an avid dancer, but I love to dance. I don't know how, but I have fun. I'm like, who cares if they're watching and they're laughing?
And I'll drag you on the floor.
Yes, but I do like Tejano. Like, Gary Hobbs is supposed to be out here tonight at Levette Pavilion in Arlington.
I don't know Tejano music.
Wow, that's
what?
awesome. I don't know. I have no idea.
Oh
I'm
my
going to be
God.
excited for you.
Oh my God.
I'm from California.
Yes,
We don't
yes.
do Tejano.
Yeah,
We
so-
do. We do. Give me the music, Gabe. Give me the music.
So they're gonna be out tonight, and then I think there's another one coming out like the end of the month. But I'm real Tejano old school music, and
All right.
so I enjoy that. So yeah.
That's fun.
Awesome. All right, one more question. We're running out of time. So, I'm gonna ask you a question, but I want the life answer. I don't want the perfect answer. Okay. So, question is for both of you. We'll start with you, Christina. Is what would you tell someone that you've done that didn't work out? So your advice to them be, hey, don't do this in life. Don't do this in life. But don't give me that, don't be mean. I don't want that answer. I want, hey, I did this. So, I have a lot of mistakes in my life. So I always tell my kids, don't do this because, it's not going to work.
How much time do we have up? That's like a lot of.
I need one and I need it quick from both of you.
Okay, so one of them I would say is when I first got together with my husband, I was so young.
I like where you're going. Okay, go ahead.
I felt like we became like one person. And then as the kids got older, I felt like, what is it that I like to do? And so it had become we were so immersed, we didn't have anything like ourselves. And so I felt like now that our kids are now 20, 27, 21, they're doing their own thing. And it's we're back to trying to who is this person? Who am I? What do I like to do? Because everything was around the kids. Everything was around my husband. And so it's when my first kid left, I was like, oh my gosh, I think I was a little depressed. I don't know how long it lasted, maybe a month. Not too depressed, but I was just I'm going to be an empty nester and my husband's so boring and I'm the life of the party and he just needs to up his game on, happiness and, whatever. But he was like, I'm not boring, you're boring. So it's just that I would say, do enjoy your stuff too. Don't just
So don't lose yourself.
Yeah, don't lose yourself. I didn't even have any friends, and I was just I don't have friends.
That's a good answer.
That's why she got into real estate.
Yeah, now I have lots of
That's a good answer. That is good. I can relate to that too. So
were you depressed when I left?
No, I was happy with you.
So was I.
Through a party.
He said you have 1 month to get out, and I was gone within 10 days. All right.
Oh my!
This
I'm
works for
still
both of
trying
us.
to keep the kids at
Oh
home.
no, you're just like my wife.
I'm trying to get rid of my kids
Yeah,
already.
no.
They're 2 in 2 months.
All right, Stacy.
Okay. I would say when someone asked that, they told me not to go to college because I had a child. And I'm like, well, that should not be excuse for me not to go to college. I know it's a lot of work between school, husband, and child.
Yeah.
But I was determined to. So my thing is when someone tells me no, that's when I thrive.
So don't take no for an answer.
Don't take no for an answer. No
That's
matter
good
how
too.
the struggle.
That's good. Those are good answers.
Mine's don't eat a bowl of cereal at 11 o'clock at night.
Don't eat Fruity Pebbles.
Don't eat Fruity Pebbles at night.
You will not feel good. All right. Okay. So we've got about 20 minutes left.
14 minutes.
Well, we start a little bit after. 15 minutes. Okay. So, Christina, now we get to the real estate portion. Tell us just what you're doing in real estate, who you work for. You give us your number, your email, promote yourself here, and anything you got going on currently right now in real estate.
Okay. So.
You got 7 minutes.
Oh gosh, that's a little. I think we need to do part 2. Anyway.
You have 6.5 minutes.
Oh my gosh! Stop.
Now you got 6.
Okay, so I'm Christina Vargas, and I work for 16100, or my broker is Rachel Fierro, and I got my license October 2020, and so this is going to be the start of my 2nd year.
Okay.
And so I've enjoyed it, loved it. Before this, me and my husband, the reason I got into real estate is we started flipping homes, and so we had a partner, and we would buy the homes, and he would do all the work. He's an electrician, and so is my son. And so we would do the work in the homes and like transform them. And at first we were using another realtor, and then it was like, why don't I be the realtor? My partner's the one that suggested it, which was my brother. And he was like, you should go to realtor school. And I was like, oh, I don't know if I can go to school because like I'm older and my brain is mush now. And so I don't know if I'm going to be able to retain the information. And so he was the one that kind of pushed me into, just quit your job and go get your license. And so I did that, loved it, glad that I went into that field because I really love helping people. Mm-hmm. And right now there is a listing that I have in Waxahachie. It's been on for a few days, so let your California friends come buy it because it's for.
Let me call my uncle real quick.
Yes, like I need to get out in the California group, Facebook or whatever it is that I have to do, but let the Californians know like this is a great house. And so it's 3,400 square feet. It's $417,000, and I have a new listing coming up in Mansfield that they just talked to me about, and like hopefully a condo in Dallas. So my 2nd year is the year that I feel like I'm kind of growing.
Yeah.
Because my first year I didn't realize like it was going to be hard. I thought, just like people were just going to flock to me. And I did not know that.
Then you remember you have no friends.
Yeah. And then I'm like, what? I don't go anywhere. I don't like I don't go anywhere. I don't like driving. I mean, where am I going to find these people other than Walmart? So
You're asking your husband
Burger
box.
box, burger box.
Yeah, right.
Yes. And so it's like, okay, I need to go out there. And so I force myself because once I get like in a conversation, I can talk your ear off. But it's like that initial like going up to people in a group or a big setting and stuff like that. So, but yeah, the first year I just kind of learned, and by choice I was like, I don't want to tell anybody because what if I don't know anything? What if I fail? What if, all these different things. And so this 2nd year, not that I know everything now, but at least I know like, oh, there's people that can help me,
Yeah.
And so I've met
Exactly.
several people. So now I feel like I'm already very resourceful. And so just going out there and finding people that are willing to help me, that have the same like vision as me, is like, there's enough for everybody. Let's just help everyone, and let's get people in homes, and let's do it together. And so, yeah. And so that's what I've been doing.
Awesome. Well, listings right now is from what we're hearing is it's the market to go after because it's getting harder to get the buyers, to qualify the buyers right now. Interest rates are high. Some are just like, I'll wait, see what happens. So the listings are a great great feature to have and to push right now. So I know a title company.
I'm assuming you're excited to work with Texas Secure Title real soon.
I am excited because I did tell you that I didn't know about you when we first met, and you said your next listing, and I said yes, my next listing. So
And I will hold you to that.
There you go. And do this. All joking aside, on our social media platforms as well as on here, send Christian, pictures of your listing, and we'll post them on our social media platforms as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll make a quick, hey, check out this listing, and you put your name and your information there. So again, we're just seeing however we can help you guys as realtors, however we can promote you. That's what we'll do. So really, again, the platform was set up for that, along with the podcast on our social and our social media. We try to keep it where it's only real estate people related. So investors, lenders, realtors. So anyone that sees it is going to be in real estate, not just somebody that's out there doing whatever. And so we've already taken calls where I posted something and an agent will call me, hey, what's that? Who's the number for that? Who's that? Give me that address, this and that. So we're hoping we can connect and help you in transactions even through the social media platform as well.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that.
Get with Christian on that stuff.
Yeah.
So
Because I do have a lot of buyers, but it's like, okay, where a lot of them don't have the extra 30,000-40,000 that they're needing, and so they've kind of taken a step back.
Yeah, definitely.
But my phone number, I haven't given that, 817-846-2566. And I do speak Spanish, more like Spanglish, because I kind of make up words as I go, and I don't know all the real estate words. Like, one of the things I had to ask was, like, how do you say real estate agent in Spanish? And they told me, and I was like, do people know this? Because that sounds kind of odd. Like, I've never heard that before.
How do you say it?
Well, let's hope I say it correctly. It's agente de bienes y raíces. Like, it sounds like it's too long.
That doesn't really flow.
Yeah, it is long. But
Yeah,
it
is that right?
Oh, that is right?
Yeah, it is right, yeah.
But do other people outside of real estate know what that is?
I have no idea.
I'm going to have to go take a poll at the park.
My dad was a broker, so I remember him saying that. He'd leave his, a voicemail. Hey, you reached Manny Alva, whatever. And then he'd repeat it all in Spanish. I'm like, God, it's a long voicemail message, But I remember him saying that throughout the years, as he was a real estate agent. So
Your dad was a broker?
My dad.
I've never heard you say that before.
Yeah.
Just every episode. He talks about it.
I'm like,
exactly.
wow, what
I'm
kind of
just kidding.
relationship is this?
Yeah, he's being silly. So, but it is right. So.
Are my 6.5 up?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my god.
Yeah. You got anything else to say?
No, I think that's it. I think y'all should call me back for like part 2.
Okay.
Deal.
All right. Yeah. Your 6 minutes are up. All right, Stacy, tell us real estate related. What you got going on?
So far, since I've been in the industry, back into the industry, I've been doing a lot of open houses, and I always like to do live Facebook feed for all my listings. So whenever, even though I'm helping another realtor, I like to do the open houses and promote so everybody can see it on my feed and just put myself out there. Because honestly, I didn't even think to do that until my broker said, hey, this would probably be a good idea if you might want to do more social, because I was kind of not doing that at all. But then when I started, I really started getting into it. So I'm really happy that I'm doing it, and I'm comfortable being in front of the camera.
There you go.
Believe it or not, I can't believe that. But yeah, I'm pretty comfortable in front of the camera. And so far, I do have buyers, but again, it's the same situation where you have buyers, but the extra money issue is always a factor. And then as far as my secondary field in the real estate industry, I'm also a notary, a mobile notary, and I pretty much have all the supplies that you need as a notary, and I'll send those scan backs to you ASAP as soon as you need them. Once they're done, once that signing is done, and I just love helping people. I love it.
So you're a closing agent?
Yes, I am a notary closing agent. Okay. Thank you.
All right.
I can either do it. I've done a lot of Texas cash outs. I don't know if I can take that title or not, but I've done quite a few of them. There's those Texas cash outs. But I will say that I just love helping people go through the process of what they need to do. And I want to make sure everything is done correctly, and I double check everything. I just love that side of the business, even though I love being a realtor as well. So I'm looking forward to getting listings at some point in this industry, because I know, like you said, that's kind of like where the bread and butter is right now,
Yeah.
is to get those listings.
Yeah.
But either way, I love both of my sides, and I love how they kind of complement each other, you know? So, but yes, that's
Awesome.
that's pretty much
Give
it.
us your number, your email.
Yes. My phone number is 682-325-9020. And my email address for my real estate is stacy@1600realty.com.
Okay. 1600, 16100.
I'm sorry,
16.
16100
Okay.
realty.com.
All right. I
Thank
thought
you.
it changed. So say 16100 Realty.
Yes, 1600.
All right. You want to give a promotion for the notary too? You got an email for that?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
My notary email address is Stacy Mobile Notary, the number 1 @gmail.com.
Stacy
Yes.
Mobile Notary 1 @gmail.com.
That is correct.
All right,
So
all
if
right.
you have any signings that need to take place, you can either email them to me directly, because I have a whole office set up for that, and I can get them to you, or I could just stop by your office, pick up the documents, get them done and signed, and then I can hand deliver them depending on the time. If it's late in the evening, then of course I could just fax them to you and then deliver them the following day. So
Sounds
either way.
good. Sounds
Yeah.
good.
And
Well,
shout out to our broker, Rachel, and our brokerage, 16100. If you're an agent that's struggling, you should not be struggling. I mean, come over with us. We'll take you in as family. Rachel is awesome. And then also
Absolutely.
what I've done at the brokerage is any new agents that haven't passed their test, I do study groups with them. And so,
So cool.
yeah.
Awesome. We and Rachel was an escrow officer for 20 years, so she's got a lot of knowledge. Not only on real estate, she's got a double-ended
Yeah.
knowledge there. So great company. Again, we love Rachel. We do business with her and with the office as well. So we look forward to hopefully working with you guys down the road.
Yes.
And however we can help. Again, anything you want to promote, whether it's listings, whether it's just information about you, send it to Christian, Instagram, Facebook. We're more than happy to put that up for you guys. And like I said, the more promotion, the better, right? Just get your name out there. So we enjoyed
Thank you.
having both of you. Hopefully we can have you back here,
Yes.
We're trying to fill out the year, and we're thinking already about getting people that have come on the early portion to maybe come back
With
around.
the yearly recap.
Yeah, and get you back and see where business has
Yeah,
went
that'll be
from
fun.
this time to the next time. So thanks for coming on. We really, really enjoyed you guys. A lot of fun getting to know you, your stories. I love them. Hamburgers. I'm gonna have to go try.
That's all I've been thinking about since I'm so hungry.
I am hungry too. Well, and I will say this, that we had, we no longer, it was sad to say, but we did have sponsorship by Jersey Mike's. So we would bring in sandwiches for people. We'd eat while we're doing the show. But unfortunately, our contact left Jersey Mike's, and so
So did our sponsorship.
so did our sponsorship.
It went with
So
her.
we need
Yeah.
a new sponsor.
We're looking for a new food sponsor.
Burgers, preferably.
Yeah,
Yes,
you got
that would be
connections,
awesome.
so-
Yeah.
So we're looking on the hunt right now for one. So unfortunately,
Okay.
you came in where there was no sponsor, so you didn't get no food. But maybe next time you
Yeah.
come back,
I
Yeah.
we'll
enjoyed
actually
it.
have
This
some
was
lunch.
fun.
Well, thank you. It's been so much fun. Like I said,
Yes.
if there's anybody who wants to give me a chance on DJ, I'm available.
Gabe, can you take us out with some music? Yes. Yes, hire
Check 1, 2.
DJ. Here we go. So,
LBC. I put it down for a place called Queens. You know I represent the 213. I hold it down for the big city.
I can see you spinning the record.